Okay, this is a response. Sorry. This video is about, well, the whole plane crash that happened in upstate New York and how it's kind of comparing it to the Hudson River miracle. Now, we all say the Hudson River thing was a miracle. But let's get real. The pilot, well, basically had 40 years of experience and he was a hang glider. So, of course, he was able to glide the plane safely on the river. And it's good because, like I said in my previous video, if he tried to land on land, he probably would have died, or they would have crashed and burned, and it would have been another horrible incident. But what about this? Or talking about all that airplane miracle. Well, what about this? Even though there are more people on the Hudson miracle thing, there were 50 people on this plane, and they all died, including one person in the house. A guy had a plane crash into his house, blew up, and everyone died except for 2 people who were in the house. So, what about that? I'm sure people aren't going to say this was a divine thing. It's interesting that I'm not sure if they use God's name in the whole Hudson River thing. They didn't say, oh, it was divine or godly. They just said it was a miracle. Even so, if somebody did say, oh, it was divine or it was a holy thing, then what about this? The God must have planned for this too. No, I'm not sure if it was really ice on the wing, but I think that, something obviously went wrong. Who the heck knows? Basically, I think this is a terrible display. I mean, it's a horrible thing that a 9/11 widow died, I mean, she first suffered that her husband may or may not have died in the 9/11 attacks. Yes, I do believe that explosives were planted in the towers, because there are some documents that they went to different regions. They went to different, there's this thing where these planes went to an airport in Cleveland. But, anyways, no other stuff in the background. But anyways, my whole 2 cents on this thing is that this was a horrible tragedy, and it's really a shame this 9/11 widow, this woman who lost a husband to these attacks allegedly, which I believe that the United States of America orchestrated. Then she ends up getting killed herself in an accident. Even though it's only been a few days, it's like all over the news and all these documents and stuff on the internet about it. I guess I'm just comparing it to the whole Hudson miracle thing, because we always heard about the whole Hudson miracle and the war, he's going to key to the city, he's a famous man and all this blah 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 blah. Well, I guess if the 2 pilots who were on that horrible plane crash in upstate New York, ironically they both happened in New York State, one in the New York City, one in upstate New York. So the airplane, even though the pilots of the other plane are dead, along with the other people, still, I'm sure they wouldn't be getting any